All right, welcome back. Smoke and Mirrors. This is episode 29. Rob, Dave, and Triz, and we're talking everything streaming, entertainment, film, and trailers. How you guys doing today?
Good. But tired.
Yeah. Tired there? Big events?
Yeah.
Big non-hangover, sleepy sort of days there?
Yeah.
I was feeling it.
Made sure to take my painkillers prior.
Bring that energy up. I was wanted like light.
Jesus.
But no, it was good, man. I was just big chilling.
How you doing?
Yeah, I was doing good. I was doing real good. Yeah. All right, let's get into that shit. So, streaming news this week. Our first article there. So, this one was a really good one. I think Disney's doing right by their people, but they changed the intro to Black Panther.
Yeah.
So the normal Marvel logo that comes up with the theme song by Tyler Bates has been changed. The intro of the song still stays the same, but the
images,
the opening, logo has changed to show all of Boseman both in front of the camera as Black Panther and T'Challa, but also behind the scenes stuff too.
Yeah.
And artist rendering and concept art and stuff like that. It's really good to watch. There's actually a clip on YouTube as well, if you don't have Disney Plus out there, that also shows it.
These are really good to see.
Yeah, I know. I like when they switch it up like that. They did something very similar with Stan Lee as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a bit sad.
Yeah, it was. But like I like when they do that sort of stuff. Like they switch it up just for a minute.
Yeah. So we had just staying with Disney Plus. So the Willow series has added a few new cast members. So we got Erin Kellyman, Kaylee Spiney, however you say that.
Spinosaurus.
Yeah. And Ellie Bammer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And apparently there's also going to be someone cast as the Val Kilmer-like character of Mad Mardigan.
Okay.
Yeah. That'll be like a thief who redeems himself and goes on the journey with them as the protector or the warrior.
Okay. So he just like ran off into the sunset with that chick at the end of Willow then?
Must have.
Righto.
Got himself that Wally Kilmer poussey.
And a fucking goiter too.
But like these characters that they're playing, one's like someone who finds out that they have like powers. One's like the rightful queen of the land.
Okay.
Whose twin brother is kidnapped.
Okay.
And then one's her protector.
But in the original Willow, the baby that's born is supposed to be the ruler of that land. So what is the descendant of her bloodline?
It must be. But if she's fully grown, maybe this is the baby.
Possibly. Because it is a girl.
Yeah.
It is a baby girl in Willow.
Yeah.
But then, I mean, if it's a sorcerer, then that sorcerer is going to be a bad guy because all magic is basically painted out to be essentially bad.
Unless
wielded
sort of
by a good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which could be
that sorcerer. That sorcerer is going to turn bad.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Because it is a series. So they got time to explore these things.
Yeah.
You reckon they'll go for like full Kylo, like bad, and then good again at the end?
But it's Disney, more than likely.
That's the formula.
Yeah. Mans will sip too much of that sauce and then just get crunk with it. Like it's just how it's going to be.
Ryan Reynolds actually posted on Twitter. First look at Project Adam for Netflix.
Yep.
So Project Adam is this guy that he sends himself back in time.
Yeah.
And he actually meets up with his 15-year-old self.
15-year-old self, yeah.
Or 14-year-old self, sorry. And then they have to figure out something because the future's in jeopardy.
Yeah. They got to work together.
Yeah. And they hate each other.
Yeah.
And it's directed by Sean Levy. So he's riding on that free guy.
It should be good though.
Yeah. It was just a shot of them, I think, walking through the woods or something like that. It's Ryan Reynolds looking like Ryan Reynolds. It's nothing different. Doesn't have like, a scar or something over his left eye.
What do you call it? It would have been hilarious if they just superimposed, like if they just deep faked Ryan Reynolds' face onto the kid the whole fucking movie. Is it going to be R-rated?
Nah, I reckon it's going to be a PG-13.
Because I would have fucking loved this to be another Deadpool buddy cop type shit.
If it was an R-rated kid sort of action movie, that'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
Like those ones, like they hit.
I'd buy that for $1.
Big time.
And speaking of like Netflix and the shows and movies and stuff that they're financing, you sent through like a picture during the week.
Yeah, I sent through the picture of what they actually sent me. Right, so Netflix sent me an email. It just said, "Hi, David. We're updating our prices to bring you more great entertainment. Your monthly price will increase by $2 to $17.99 on December 30th, 2020. This update allows us to deliver even more value for your membership with stories that lift you up, move you, or simply make your day a little better." Jesus.
Trying to hit that emotional chord.
Oh, no. It's just dumb shit, man.
I feel like they should have been playing like the intro for what's his face, Tiny Dancer. Ding 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 ding.
While I was reading it, it was the Hulk. When the TV series where he's like walking in the rain,
or like the love scene music from every Bond movie.
Oh, man. But yeah, I don't know. $2. I don't care about $2. $2 is fine, but I suppose that's it's $24 over the year. So
well, where did it start though?
It
like when you first signed up for Netflix,
$9.95,
and then the HD package, another $2,
another $2,
and then you had the 4K package.
It's been going up by $2 every year.
Is it every year or every 6 months?
Every year.
Okay.
It feels like every year.
That's not too bad. But in 10 years, they're going to be asking for like, $40 a month.
$50 a month.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
I don't mind. As long as they pump out the content, which that's all I care about.
And then at Netflix, like, in 10 years, buys a small island off the coast of Jamaica and set up their, like, free state of Netflix over there.
And they buy UFC and make Fight Movie Island. So we also have David Leitch to work on Wisteria for Netflix.
Rumored though.
Yeah. So there's no details on whether it would be a series or a movie. And like I said, it's also a possible rumor. So we're not too sure of the seriousness of this case.
Because they're saying it's potentially Wisteria. You know what I mean? There's no concrete details on anything.
I know, Wisteria, but they talking about that mysteria, you know what I mean?
And making us go into hysteria.
Oh, shit.
Bars.
Hashtag bars.
So Wisteria is a genius flowering plant in the legume family that's over China, Korea, Japan, and Eastern USA.
Okay. That's what a wisteria is.
I'm pretty sure wisteria is one of the plants you also pick up in The Witcher 3 to make your potion.
I think it is too.
So I thought it was a bacteria.
That's what I thought.
Like you can get wisteria if you don't put that in the fridge right away.
It also sounds like a magical colony. You know what I mean? Like let's go to Wisteria where all the mages are.
He was whisked away to Wisteria. One of those Dr. Seuss mind fucks.
So maybe it's a story that sort of touches on all of those countries in a way that only David Leitch could probably do.
There's some guy sliding behind the wall and scaring the fuck out of you.
Yeah. They do a whole thing about the roots of plants all being connected and how they operate from different colonies.
Mm-hmm.
And when they picked up and transferred to another country and then that story transfers.
Shit writes
Send
itself.
a check. Send a check, Lynch. And now bringing it back to back to home, back to Australia. So they picked up Justin Kurzel's movie based on the Port Arthur massacre.
Yeah.
Called Nitram, which is Martin backwards.
Nitram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because this is the Martin
Bryant. So
killings.
The Port Arthur massacre was the biggest mass killing in Australian history, right? Yeah, that was some guy in a bell tower. I think it was a church tower. Just taking shots at people down below.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Shit.
So that the aftermath of that was after that one massacre in Australia said fuck guns for life. You need a license. You need to you can't have a automatic weapon. You can't have anything. It's just that this is what we're doing. This is what we're going to do going forward. They bought back everything from people at a higher price. So the government paid them money to give their guns in.
I remember this.
Yeah.
And that's how we sort of got rid of this problem here in Australia.
So that was the catalyst for the gun control that
Yeah.
sort of came out,
Yeah.
where you couldn't have semi-automatic weapons, you couldn't have shotguns and stuff like that. It's straight like
It's
guns for hunting purposes.
Yeah, you can have shotguns. We've got friends that have shotguns. But it's just very, very limited to what you can get.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
They've spread their requirements over categories.
Yeah.
So depending on what you do, it could be pest control, it could be hunting, and that will dictate what weapons you can actually purchase.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah.
So this will go to Stan like PVOD
Straight away.
straight after they do like the awards runs and stuff. Not the awards runs, like the festival runs.
See.
Yeah.
And it's showcasing a lot of like homegrown Australian talent. Judy Davis is in this one
Nice.
as well.
Oh wow. Yep.
Yeah.
So we don't know who's going to play Martin Bryant yet, or
Nah, they didn't confirm.
Ooh.
Well, I mean, Eric Banner's already taken up, so
I always remember
Can't
the
be-
footage, and
Banner.
I don't know if this is like the Mandela effect and I'm just remembering it different, but I remember him being walked either into jail or something like that. And he's got the blue parka on.
It's weird, this guy, man. Like, I don't know if he had mental issues. Obviously, he had massive mental issues, but it was just,
Was not there.
no.
Fuck. All right. This is going to be scary because Justin Kurtzel has some really good imagery and stuff that he brings.
yeah.
All right.
Is Kurtzel, did he do the Ned Kelly, the recent Ned Kelly? So he's more than likely going to get what's his face in, yeah? Hunnam to play Martin Bryant.
Or the guy from 1917.
Yes.
The main guy.
That guy actually looks like Martin Bryant. It's weird.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just needs the long hair.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
Gugu Mbatha Raw is going to join Apple Plus's new show, Surface.
Right.
So it's being touted as a psychological thriller,
Okay.
but there's no other details. That's it. It's just Gugu, psychological thriller, Apple TV Plus,
Righto.
and the title, Surface.
More than likely rated R and
Possibly, yeah. It was a psychological thriller.
Well, everything over there at Apple is made for adults for some reason. I don't think they've probably done one child show,
Yeah.
maybe two. Everything else is geared towards adult viewers.
That puppet's
Weird.
number.
Yeah.
Man. So there was a recent survey regarding franchises.
Yeah.
And it looks like Disney and Netflix have actually they came out as the top men with the Piff series.
So this was a survey of like 350,000 people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a mere drop in the ocean when you think about, you got 170 over here million, and you got 73 million over here, and then 23 million over here. Some other streamer, like,
Yeah.
I don't know what they was doing. That was wild.
But like, it's weird that they put so much effort into what are you streaming nowadays, and what do you think's a good franchise?
Yeah.
That's a lot of effort for
Yeah.
for pandemic times. What was in franchises though? Them franchise boys.
So we had The Mandalorian, we had Avengers, Stranger Things, John Wick, Black Panther, Guardians, The Witcher, Ozark, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, Black Widow, Deadpool, Thor, Iron Man, Mario Brothers, Toy Story, Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, Coco, The Lion King, and Hamilton.
So this survey also detailed what if like the watcher thought that these current franchises could splinter off and make new franchises as well. So it took into consideration that was part of the questioning as well.
Yep.
Shit, anything that surprises you on that list?
I think if, The Witcher were out now, that would be on top.
Yeah.
And then Mandalorian would be too. The Mandalorian's on top right now because it's out right now. Yeah. I think that could be interchanged. John Wick is a nice surprise to see there.
I think Mario Brothers.
Yeah, Mario Brothers.
I don't think it's off the strength of a game. I don't think it's off the strength of the cartoon. This could be the Leguizamo Hoskins movie that's like sort of like seeing a renaissance.
Seeing the resurgence?
Yeah.
It is actually. People bought it on Blu-ray in droves.
Yeah, because
they re-released it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's wild.
That's crazy.
We watched that movie at the movie.
I know. And I was like, what the fuck is this?
Even at the movies, we were like, that's not Mario.
I know. Like seeing like dirty city streets and shit like that. What is happening here? And then Luigi gets the girl. It was wild. Real wild.
Yeah.
But Luigi does, in the games, he's got his own princess.
Yeah.
Does he?
Daphne.
Really?
Yeah. But
why Mario get Peach and Luigi get like common fucking name like Daphne?
Do you really want to date a girl named Peach? Yeah. You sound like a stripper name.
Badly. Peach gets around.
It's true. It's true.
She just lets herself get taken by fucking Bowser every time. Every time.
Peach emoji.
Yeah.
You sometimes got to wonder though. Like Mario was an O of excess. He ate whatever he wanted to. Like he was happy being the portly plumber. You know what I mean?
Did a lot of mushrooms.
He did.
Smoked a lot of weed. That's what the flowers are.
Yeah. And he was flying constantly.
He was flying all the time. And he had a pet dinosaur.
This one was on LSD for sure, man.
Badly. Considering Ant's upbringing, he was raised by that dinosaur from a baby as well.
I know, man.
Yeah. He was a crack baby.
Yeah.
Man's had his own den. The world was his oyster.
Or his turtle shell.
No.
I was going to say the thing that surprised me was Ozark. I didn't expect this to have like the flexibility to have a spin-off if possible.
Yeah.
It's weird that Ozark's there and it's like series finale soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they're just finishing it.
Damn. I'm kind of glad that they're finishing it.
Oh, you got to finish on a high, man.
Like now, it's at like this real tense bit.
Fever pitch.
Yeah, man. Like you're just like, how's Marty gonna get out of this one? I don't like this type of apples.
I think it's good because I think series are finally learning not to let it drag the fuck out.
Man.
You know what I mean?
It's too much sometimes.
Yeah. They're probably like, we ended on a high. I can keep my praise and then start on the next project and keep that same energy going.
I hope so, man.
Can you imagine
need to.
if Dexter just finished after season 3?
Oh, man.
With what's-her-face dying?
Deborah.
With Rita?
Rita.
With Rita dying? And that was it? And then it's just like, okay, Dexter's now taking care of his son and whatnot. He's the new Harry, essentially.
Yeah.
And then it just like, because they were planning the Deborah Morgan spinoff of that show.
Really?
That was the plan.
That's disgusting.
They fucked it all up with that 4th season.
That's disgusting.
And the ending was like that because Showtime was like, no, we can't kill Dexter. We can't do that. He's a big player. We want to have like options. We want to have spin-off options. That's why Dexter does not die at all in the series.
That's fucked, man.
I think he dies in the book, though.
Does he?
I think so.
I thought that I was still writing them, like just pumping them out.
I don't know.
I've seen there's like 12 like books.
Like 12 seasons of that show.
It felt like 12.
No.
Thinking about it now, you know what would have been mad as a finale? Like, let's say Trinity Killer gets away, but instead of Rita dying, the Trinity Killer fucking finds Dexter and kills him in front of his son, and then Lithgow becomes the Harry for that kid and like fucking teaches him the wrong way.
See, that's too risky. O's would like sort of pitch that, and Hollywood would just throw you out.
Burn you at stakes for that one.
Badly.
I see him just leaning into their homies. Get the fuck
I know. They'd like look at you and just be serious then. Which?
Big DiCaprio.
And then 10 years later, when everyone's sort of wised up to like, you know, something that's outside the box, then that idea would come out.
Mm-hmm.
Watch them do that in the Return.
Oh, yeah. Dexter will die.
Because tell me how fucking fire that don't sound.
That sounds like something like really fucked up, especially if Trinity found a conscience after that or sort of felt that he needed to look out for this kid, especially with everything happening at his own house.
Because Lithgow can act, man.
Yeah. Act your ass off, Gary.
Lithgow, your hardest fam.
Speaking of things dying, so Quibi
Yeah.
bit the dust, man.
8 months, B.
So Katzenberg, whose idea was this short form platform, like he lost billions in investors' money.
Mm-hmm.
I think in just over a quarter of the service being active, and now it's lost so much.
Yeah. But we saw the problem straight off the bat.
Yeah.
I mean, not having an Apple TV service or an Apple TV app or, you know, a Google Play app or something where people could actually watch these short form stories in their home. And then pandemic hits and everybody's at home. Nobody's traveling on the trains or the buses or anything, watching a nice little 15-minute video.
Yeah.
Nobody's doing that anymore.
Yeah.
Everyone's in their fucking home. And then the transition of them not being able to sort of, oh, fuck, we need that app now and get it out and push it out. Sorry. Your service is dead. You catered for, I mean, everybody's on their phone, but not everyone's on their phone 24/7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sucks that, like, you know, it didn't do well enough. Because, like, you know, Jeffrey Katzenberg's a smart guy.
Yeah.
But he just, it's the wrong time for it.
Executed incorrectly.
Yeah.
Someone else could probably do this. And I mean, YouTube should have been doing this.
Yeah. Yeah. That's where I think a lot of the content would have gone if YouTube didn't die first. That service that they had.
YouTube Red?
Yeah. Or that movies.
YouTube originals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because now all that shit's, I think, going to Netflix.
Netflix, yeah. Or at least Netflix is picking and choosing what they want.
Yeah.
You know, I'll take this, I'll take that.
Give me the big bills.
Badly.
So we also have Armie Hammer. He's going to lead the Paramount Plus miniseries, The Offer. Now this one is it's a 10 episode can't talk. Was having. It's a 10 episode limited series about the making of The Godfather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is fucking mad.
So this is like the counter programming to the other one that's coming out, right?
Saints in Newark?
No.
No.
You know the other movie that's coming out where it's Francis Ford, where it's Gyllenhaal and Oscar
Isaac.
Yeah.
This is almost like, you know how they did All the Money in the World and then they did the Getty series?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So weird,
It's wild. This is like the Deep Impact and the Armageddon. This is what it's like.
Yeah. Were we going to say that?
Oh, no, I was just going to say with all the money in the world, that was just there to Getty money, you know what I'm saying?
You know, Armie Hammer in this is playing a 90-year-old producer.
Wow.
For real.
Yeah. That's his role.
That's mad.
They haven't confirmed the two leads because I'm assuming it's going to be like, you know, Francis Ford and his producing partner.
Francis Ford and Puzo and
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that journey.
Yeah. I'm all about that Godfather life, fam.
Yeah.
But Armie Hammer, I always see this guy, and whenever I see him, it's just fucking Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Like he could have played if we didn't get Batfleck, it would have been Armie Hammer for me. I would have fucking loved that.
Yeah, but I love the Batfleck.
Yeah, man.
Same.
That's my guy, man.
You can't say no to that shit, man.
Like I saw someone did posters of like the Batman, but it was Batfleck in the suit.
Yeah.
Yeah. In his suit
yeah.
standing like that. And it's like, that's Batman.
Well, Affleck's lean enough now.
Yeah.
He could
I think
fit
he-
into that sort of suit.
I think he had to. Because he would have done like, some of those reshoots.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
like he's leaner than he was
Much
during
leaner.
that time. Like he's skinny Affleck now.
Yeah.
I saw someone did a side-by-side comparison of Bruce Wayne in the animated series and then put Affleck's face there, but they just photoshopped his hair so it was short like him in the animated series. It's almost like for like, just without like the more prominent superhero chin in the animated series.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was almost perfect, man.
Those shoes. I like those shoes.
Martin Sheen read for Michael Corleone.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah. And then Francis Ford was like, I'm sorry, you don't have the role. And then Martin Sheen was like, that's fine. But you know who else would be like really, really good for this? Al Pacino.
Wow.
And then Coppola was like, I know that's who I want.
Yeah.
But the studio's giving me shit. So hopefully this gives us some insight into it.
Yeah, it's funny because Al was doing like, Broadway and doing like, Shakespeare and all that sort of stuff. And I mean, I think he'd had like small movie roles here and there. And it was like he was bubbling coming up in the streets. And that's why Coppola wanted him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And can you imagine the studio turning down? I mean, his first obvious choice was De Niro, though. That's who we wanted.
Coppola? Yeah.
But De Niro couldn't do it because he was shooting, I think he was shooting Mean Streets at the time with Marty.
Okay.
Or something like that. And he just couldn't do it. That's why Keitel's not in the movie. That's why all those guys are over there in New York, more than likely on the same sets, shooting, Mean Streets.
Alec, what is this man saying?
What is he saying?
On Raging Bull,
Yep.
Martin Sheen sees the movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's so blown away by the performance, he sits down and writes De Niro a full fan letter.
Jeez.
And sends it to him. Doesn't hear anything. 4 years later, De Niro's doing a play. Martin Sheen goes to go see it, goes backstage to the green room, and then De Niro's there and he's like sort of getting ready, like he's cleaning up and everything. And he gets a knock on the door, opens it up. He's like, "You Martin?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Robert, thank you for your letter. I appreciate that." I was like, whoa, this is nuts. This is after Martin Sheen does Apocalypse Now.
Shit.
Yeah. It's a mad story, actually.
Martin Sheen has a lot of humility.
Yeah, Martin Sheen, he struggled for a long time, while having kids. Like 4 kids by the time he was 26.
Jesus.
Shit.
Yeah.
Sound like mom.
Yeah. So they did it back then.
Ramon.
So Haley Steinfeld is confirmed for Hawkeye, finally.
Finally.
After a year of concept art of Haley Steinfeld as the fucking character.
It could be a Netflix. It could not Netflix, Disney Plus. It could be.
Yeah.
Didn't she just do that show over there at Disney? Yeah.
And
what of?
So she'll be playing Kate Bishop. And then along for the ride as well. So we get Florence Pugh.
Yep.
Pugh.
Yep.
Reprising her role of Yelena Belova.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if she's the new Black Widow or the White Widow or whatever, but her character from Black Widow. We got Vera Farmiga.
Yep.
Who's going to be playing Kate Bishop's mom.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So they got rid of
Rachel Weisz? No.
What's her face?
Velma.
Yeah.
See, it's not his daughter. He's Clint Barton. Because I just realized that this morning. She's Kate Bishop.
Yeah.
She's like a protege of Hawkeye's, not his daughter. I always thought it was his daughter that took over.
You imagine if it was Black Widow's bloody daughter?
Black Widow has a daughter?
We don't know.
Didn't she got her uterus removed?
Oh, shit. Yeah, she can't.
Her womb and everything. Yeah, that was the procedure in the room.
Yeah.
Ew. Yeah, that's part
I
of
didn't know that.
Yeah, that's part of the...
Remember?
Shame.
Remember in Age of Ultron, she says, like, you know, they make it so that, like, you know, that's not a distraction anymore?
Yeah.
Sorry, I can't remember that. But
I was just like, Age of Ultron trash.
Jesus, I would have burnt that out of my mind.
Jeez.
Especially when you have to see that shit in The Witcher, dog. I don't want to think about that.
Okay, yeah. That makes sense now. I always thought it was the Hawkeye's daughter.
Same.
And that's why he was training her in the... Why are they going to throw those off like that?
Can't catch me.
I'm gingerbread. Fuck Kenneth Branagh.
that trailer is always Duvall running through the rain and like the thunder going off and then him like...
It was weird because it looks like they shot that trailer the same time they were making Mary Shelley's because it's the same trailer, man. It's like they're shooting Frankenstein.
Netflix they've just picked up this new show called Stowaway, which is about a group of astronauts going to Mars.
Yeah. It's the first man mission to Mars.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then there's an unsanctioned stowaway in the shuttle.
Yep.
And they fuck up the life support and some of the key things that they need for the trip. And then they've got to decide what to do with this person or thing.
Yeah. So they don't have enough fuel or oxygen to actually make the return trip. So it's either try and get back and die, getting back to Earth, or continue on to Mars.
Yeah.
Let's do it, Laurie. Let's go to Mars.
But it's got that Daniel Day-Kim in this.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's got a few players actually.
It's weird because Netflix has got that home movie as well, which is kind of the same thing.
Is this
Not the
Hilary Swank?
The Hilary Swank, yeah.
The one that got cancelled.
The one that they're going to Mars, yeah. Yeah, the one that got cancelled. Yeah. That's the first man mission to Mars as well. You know what's wild? I watched Machete Kills.
Yeah.
So you know how they go to space, right? You know, Charlie Sheen comes through and says, how's about we put you on a state-of-the-art SpaceX rocket?
Yeah.
And we'll send you up there to space. You know who welcomes them onto the SpaceX rocket?
Who?
Is Elon.
Oh, shit.
Really?
Yeah, it's Elon, man.
Holy shit.
And he's like, enjoy your trip, Machete.
Wow.
Yeah, it was weird seeing it because I heard it. I was like, SpaceX. All right. And then I saw it. I was like, oh, fuck, that's Elon.
It's the EM himself.
Mm-hmm.
And so we also got news that DuckTales has been cancelled.
It was canned. How do you cancel DuckTales but then greenlight Darkwing Duck?
I know. They don't give
There's
a
no-
fuck tails.
There's no continuity there now.
I know. It's weird, eh? But I'm pretty sure they'll incorporate elements of DuckTales into it.
Mm.
For me, I think the biggest thing was they were paying for that Schwartzman guy
Yeah.
and David Tennant to be Scrooge.
Right.
So then the production costs would be fucking huge.
Yeah, just skyrocket.
And to keep that going for longer than 4 seasons, you know what I mean? Like Disney's like, there's probably not enough eyes on the actual material and the show. And they're just like, fuck it. Why am I paying for this for half the audience?
Yeah, it's true.
Makes sense then.
Not bringing in enough eyes. I totally forgot that it was actually on Disney Plus, to be honest.
Same.
Yeah.
I had seen it, but the biggest thing that I seen was that like the actors were singing the intro song or something like that.
Oh. Okay.
But I'm pretty sure with Darkwing Duck, they'll be able to tone it down and like in terms of cost by hiring cheaper actors.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because there's no one that's iconic that's been cast as the characters. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
And then in DuckTales, I've got all these SNL like alum members and shit. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Nah.
The cost is just going through the roof.
Cost is too much. It's too much. We got our first concept art for House of the Dragon.
Yeah.
This is the Game of Thrones spinoff.
A look at the dragons.
Yeah.
So what was evident is that dragons are just going to be in here from the fucking get-go.
From the jump.
It's not going to be like the eggs and everything. You're going to see them in their prime. How they ruled the land with dragons.
Yeah.
And if dragons were just like, I don't know, it seems like they were just part of the ecosystem and the life there.
Yeah.
As opposed to just being used for war.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They were part of their everyday.
Yeah.
So it wasn't some surprise. Just fuck dragon. It was it's just a dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And seeing the Targaryens at the height of their power. But I think also seeing the slow descent.
Yeah.
The
To
decline.
hell and madness.
So these guys could hit a casual just like eating grapes. Dracarys.
I think
That's
that
how they cooked.
I think that when they're at that, if you're growing up with a dragon like that and you've got it for years, like say someone's like 80 years old with a dragon, you wouldn't need to.
Yeah.
I think they'd know already. The tone of your voice, for the what you're doing, they'd know already. Okay, fuck, this guy's a bad guy. I'm just burn this guy right now.
Can you imagine just like walking down the street and some dude's trying to mug you and you don't need to say shit and the dude looks behind you and just sees two eyes open up?
That'd be fucked up, man.
Yeah.
What's going to be heartbreaking, and like this sort of shit always kills me, is they're going to have to kill them dragons at the end of the show.
Well, do they kill? They do.
Yeah.
Because they somehow capture them, right?
And they imprison them below.
Yeah. But I thought that he kept them under there, the Mad King kept them under the city of Westeros.
Yeah.
But then after he was killed, like they just shrunk down and died, basically.
Must have.
They just gave up.
But I wonder if they're going to connect the eggs that witch has in season 1 of Game of Thrones.
That they give to Dany?
Yeah.
Could be.
We'll see.
We'll see. But that's like 7 seasons down the road. So.
I'm excited, man. Patty's in this one.
Yeah. He's the Mad King.
I know.
I trust you know why we call them the Andes then. Because they're both named Andrew. He is good. Yeah. We got word from what's his name?
Diego.
Yeah, Diego Luna. He was on Kimmel or Fallon. Was it Kimmel?
Kibble.
Yeah, and he talked about that the Cassian Andor, the Rogue One story, is the spinoff is going to start shooting soon.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
He was actually in London.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's where he was like sort of calling in from.
Ooh, that's kind of bad. They had like a third wave out there.
Yeah, but you know how film production kept going? That's why the Batman's still...
Yeah.
They're probably shooting in the volume, in that space.
Good man. But yeah, this is exciting, man. Anything Diego Luna is exciting.
Yeah.
Mans is probably going to be up for that Oscar this year as well for that movie that he did with
Sienna?
Yeah, with Sienna Miller. So
I'll watch that shit.
See. HBO Max is looking at other characters that they can sort of use for non-American DC related series and movie ventures.
Is this just their way of saying, hey, we're going to do Red Son of Krypton? Or
I think so.
Motherfuckers.
I reckon it is like their way of kind of like digging into those what if stories or the Elseworld stories. So they can have like the Russian Batman, the Russian Superman, and what if Wonder Woman was a Spartan? So I don't know.
They need to bring the Bizarro universe into this, man. Like, I want to see Bizarro Superman.
Yeah, actually, that'd be mad.
Yeah. Justice League versus the Bizarro League.
Bizarro League would be fucking wild, son.
That would
Yeah.
be wild
Mm.
if Joker was the good guy.
Yeah.
Dun, dun.
Darkseid was a good guy.
That'd be nuts.
Yeah.
Darkseid would be too
Too power. He'd be Superman.
be OP.
Yeah.
Darkseid OP. What do you call it? This is the biggest news. This was fucking exciting as well. So HBO Max has made the executive decision that a whole shit ton of films that's coming out next year is actually slated to be streaming on HBO Max at the same time as it's slated for cinema release.
So their entire 2021 film slate, everything,
Yeah.
17 movies, which is big.
Talk
Like,
about it.
Like if you think about how Disney sort of operates, and they'll send 4 to 6 movies to theatrical distribution every year.
Mm-hmm.
1 or 2 of those are sometimes like documentaries.
Yeah.
Know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is 3 years worth of content that's coming out in
Yeah.
1 year. Amazing.
It's funny because they moved the Batman out of 2021.
They knew what they were going to do.
Yeah. They've known for a while.
Yeah. Because they've been listening to the podcast.
Yeah. No way. They've been
Fuckers.
like so many like tips and hints.
Yeah.
So we'll get The Matrix 4, The
Mhm.
Suicide Squad,
Mm-hmm.
Dune,
Which is, for me, yeah.
Yeah.
Kong
Mm-hmm.
versus Godzilla.
What else was there?
Matrix 4.
Yeah, said that one. Said
My
that
bad.
one.
It's like up there, but it isn't.
There's a whole
There's 17
movies.
films,
Yeah.
man. Which is going to be mad because that'll be at least, I think, 1
We got
or 2 every month.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The Conjuring,
The Conjuring 3.
Tom and Jerry,
Yeah.
and King Richard, Many Saints in Newark,
Mm.
Mortal
Ooh.
Kombat,
Yeah.
A New Legacy, Judas and the Black Messiah, Malignant, Those Who Wish Me Dead. And that's just a handful.
The Little Things.
Mm-hmm.
King Richard, though,
Yeah,
is
I know.
wild.
Yeah.
I can't believe they're doing that.
Yep. That's big.
That's going to be a huge movie, man.
Yeah. That could be the movie that gets Will Smith the Oscar.
I don't think Will Smith needs an Oscar. Man's is goody.
I don't think so either, but I'd like for him to get his flowers.
Yeah.
Because he has put in the work.
He did. He did put in a lot of work.
Like he's done some like standout performances. But yeah, that's going to be wild. You notice how they still keep theatrical distribution out there so they can get the Oscars.
Of course. Of course. The other part of this story is the backlash that it's getting from some cinema chains.
Yep.
Right. So AMC, I think it's Aaron Barton.
Yeah.
Yeah. Aaron Barton came out and basically said, well, Warner Brothers didn't reveal their plans to us, which to me was like the biggest, who the fuck are you anyway? Aaron or AMC in general? Who are you?
Yeah.
You don't pay for the movie. All you do is distribute it and screen it.
Yeah.
Warner Brothers is putting hundreds of millions of dollars into these movies. They can release these movies however the fuck they want to release them.
Yeah.
They release them for fucking free if they want to, which they're doing for 31 fucking days.
Yeah.
Like it's just
Basically.
wild, man.
Yeah.
That the air of like just entitlement that fucking cinema owners have. You're a cinema owner.
Yeah.
You're not the movie fucking owner, man.
Yeah.
Far out.
And this is the panic and the rage
Yeah.
that cinema owners will kind of go into as they find that like they can't show like a full screening anymore
No.
because of the pandemic. People don't want to go to the cinemas anymore. People want that flexibility. And it's just the future. Like, you know, those pieces moving into place because that's what we as an audience want.
I mean, they they're harping on that there's going to be a fucking vaccine and all this other bullshit. It's not going to come straight away.
No.
I don't know how many, like 300 million, how many people's in the US? 300 million or something like that? 250 million people? There is no way that 250 million people are going to get the vaccine because they need to choose to get it, or that they're all going to go get it on the first fucking day. Like it's impossible. All you're going to do is infect people, man.
Yeah.
That's all you're going to fucking do.
Yep.
Fucking stupid.
But I'm glad to see that Warner's is listening to the pod.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Like Warner basically just said, they didn't respond or anything. It was just basically, well, fuck you then. Like, we're doing this.
Yeah.
That's what I love as well.
Well, there's no theatrical distribution at the moment.
No.
Like, at all.
Nothing.
So the smartest thing that they can do, I think from a business point of view, if it was a variable that I'm going to, like, you know, wait until cinemas are open to release this movie, I'm going to have like 40 movies just sitting there and dying and becoming irrelevant.
Getting stolen on the internet.
Yep. And now, like, you know, I might as well just bite the bullet because 2021 might also be a write-off as well.
It's definitely going to be a write-off.
So 2022 will be what I'm sort of like aiming for.
Yeah.
And that's when I'll release all my fresh content.
Yeah.
But on the plus side of that, and I'm still talking from a business perspective, is HBO Max will now garner a lot more viewers and subscribers. And that's the platform that I know that Warner's is focusing on at the moment because they've restructured their whole business around that platform. So it makes sense.
It was just, I think it's stupid to think that you could follow just old policy like that. For me, honestly, it's just, they should have thought about it the other way around. It should have been, okay, so we're not going to be able to release anything theatrically. We should take these 2 years because 2022 is when we're going to come back and we're going to work out completely physical as well as digital offering for our customers as a cinema.
Yep.
Like even if it means that they set up more cinemas or more mobile cinemas, something that they can think of as a business model to actually grow a custom for COVID culture as well.
Yeah. Like what are they're not bringing anything to the table. It's just, no, we want your content, but we're not going to change the way that we do business, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Fucking Warner just got people for the whole year now, right? There's $180 per person, right? Because 17 movies, that's a movie a month.
That's it.
That's going to come out, man. Sometimes
stay on that
sometimes
ride.
2 movies a month. Like, fuck. As if you wouldn't want to do that.
And more movies during summer.
Of course.
I think you'll probably get like 2 or 3 a month. And during Christmas.
During Christmas, we will have our Dune drop.
And like when it gets colder in the States, and in some states, it'll get like freezing, you know what I mean?
Which is now.
And people don't go out to the movies.
No.
Because of the like, you know, the danger of actually hitting the snow.
That's right.
Yeah.
So having that flexibility would just make sense.
Yeah. Can you imagine being Christmas rolls up, right? And it's like, hey, big dogs, it's Boxing Day. Let's chill out at home, you know, grab some KFC. We can watch Dune, we can watch Matrix 4, and we can watch something else. We can watch King Richard.
Exactly.
We can have a triple header at home.
That's it.
Pause.
Big pause.
But that's not saying that I'm not still going to go to the movies.
No.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly
it
right.
doesn't impact us. It just means that, yes, movies will be coming out over here at the movies, and a movie every month from Warner will be coming out next year, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Absolutely crazy for me. Like we don't get that.
No.
Yeah.
That's a lot of movies.
But Warner's is making moves to push that HBO Max platform into other countries now.
I reckon next year we'll see that come to,
Yeah. So with those movies being released, like they're going to up the how they distribute it on HBO Max as well. So you'll see it in 4K, you'll see it in Dolby Vision. They didn't say anything about the Atmos sound. It's got Atmos.
It's got Atmos.
So it's the best picture, best sound.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, right, when you look at Wonder Woman, so they're releasing it that way, like at home for HBO Max. but they're also going to pay a higher premium to cinemas to screen it.
Yeah.
So, like,
It's a win-win.
I don't know if this Aaron butthurt fucker like is just sort of jumping the mark before he's had those preliminary discussions with Warner.
Yeah.
Because what they've said is it's only for 31 days
Yeah.
that they're going to stream it for. After that, they're taking it off.
Aaron is counting Warner's pockets, and he's a fuckboy for that. Like, seriously.
And he's also counting on those pockets too.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, man. You can't just think about now. You have to think about your future in 2 years' time.
Exactly. So if cinemas were smart, they'd get into like film distribution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'd chuck on like bubbled VR sort of cubicles where people can watch the movie, be separated,
Mm-hmm.
and still sort of experience it, and they can charge you for that.
That's it.
Should have just been, I'm going to shut down my cinema for 2 years. I'm going to upgrade. And this is how it's going to be moving forward. And then with all those films they would have missed out in those 2 years, they can always do throwback sessions, late nights,
Exactly.
half price, get in.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. And that's it for streaming news.
That's all.
A lot of streaming news, man.
It was.
Streaming news is taking over.
It's the future.
Streaming to the public.
That's it. Moving to film news.
Mm.
So we got our first look at Haley Atwell
Yeah.
in Mission Impossible 7.
Mm.
So there was some behind the scenes shots taken of a car chase that they're doing through the streets of Rome.
Yeah.
The Piazza di Spagna. So Haley Atwell and Tom Cruise are cruising through the streets, handcuffed.
Yeah. And Tom Cruise is driving.
I wouldn't mind being handcuffed to Haley Atwell.
Same.
Yeah, Cruise is driving.
Like always.
You never know. But
Check this out.
it looks like there's a foot chase, then a car chase.
Yeah.
So in true Macquarie fashion, there'll probably be a foot chase into a car chase, into a bike chase,
Yeah.
Into a helicopter chase.
into a like on top of a train or something.
And they land the helicopter into a Boeing, and then it's a Boeing chase. And then it's a dogfight from the jet that comes out the plane.
As long as it doesn't go like Dark Fate and he rams the jet into the.
Oh, God.
But it's all one shot.
No, of course. It's got to be a one shot. And it's all got to be practical.
How tired would that camera be?
Man, he'd have PTSD.
Badly.
Like, just the explosions. Be like pissing himself like that guy in Gladiator.
That's fuck. The only man I could see who could do it and still stay sane is Hargrave, man.
Fuck, yeah. He's had experience.
Badly.
I'm excited for this, man.
Oh, man. The
Can't
Mission Impossible
wait.
movie.
Just let Paramount say, I'm dropping Mission Impossible. Because
Fuck.
Skydance has the deal with Netflix.
Exactly. That'd go out to the public. That'd be everybody.
Fuck, that'd be a big movie, eh?
Fucking hell. Every kind of fucking log into Netflix for that. Oh, what's that login again, mate?
What's the family detail?
So we had news of the Viking creator setting up a mini series about the plague over at the History Channel, which is kind of cool. There's a black plague, yeah?
Yeah, the bubonic plague.
The bubonic, yeah.
But it's set a year before the fires in London.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's fucking wild, that story, man. Jesus.
Yeah. So it's at the height of the plague.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Like this pandemic is nothing compared to that, like that one where you was just dying
Yeah.
and painfully too.
And they didn't have like the sanitation protocols that we do now.
Mans was just laying out in the streets.
Yeah. Like they was burning the bodies in like they were burning the bodies.
Yeah.
Did you guys hear about Thailand recently?
No.
There was a case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A bubonic plague?
Yeah, they found
Oh
one.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fucking crazy.
What? In a person or a rat?
In a person. Can't cure that. I don't think they cured the bubonic plague. They got rid of the infectants, so the rats. They didn't cure that plague.
So what did they do with this person in Thailand then?
They fucking burnt them.
Did they die?
I'd say so.
I don't recall, but all I remember is that bubonic plague back then was almost akin to Bonfire of the Vanities. Like, it was fucked.
What is the bonfire of the Vanities?
Where they burnt all the witches alive.
People
Yeah.
they suspected of being witches.
Ah, okay.
Witch.
Kill the witch.
Mm.
So we also had Pinocchio reimagined.
Hmm.
And that's slated to open up this Christmas.
Hmm.
So we're actually getting a Christmas movie.
Is this a Benigno?
Yeah, Roberto Benigni.
Yeah, the
Oh,
Oscar
right.
winner.
Yeah.
So it's an English language remake.
And he's
Mhm.
playing
Reimagining.
Geppetto, obviously.
Yeah.
Very good.
Geppetto.
I don't know if they're looking to open it wide. Pause. But it'll be like, I think they're aiming for 2,000 screens,
Okay.
which is a lot less than the average of like 3,500.
3,500.
Yeah.
Nearly
Yeah.
4,000.
I don't know. We didn't see any footage. There was nothing. It was just, hey, it's opening.
Maybe it's going
Yeah.
to be like the book, man, where it's just dark as fuck as well.
Well, that's what Del Toro said his is going to be.
That's
Yeah.
the way it's supposed to be.
That's what I'm hanging for. I'm hanging to see that.
Mm.
Yeah.
Stop start, yeah.
Stop, start.
Yeah, for GDT's one.
Stop motion?
Stop motion.
Oh,
That's the one.
I thought you were telling me to stop the show. Showstopper right here.
All right, so we got Maggie Smith, and she's going to play Goebel's wife in this new movie. This is based on a play.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Maggie Smith did play the this character in the play before.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is going to be good.
So they
Goebbels, though.
I know it's weird, eh? But apparently, when you sort of your intro to the character, she's like 103 years old in a nursing home,
Yeah,
recounting the stories.
Yeah,
Shit.
Yeah. So and the stories are from like 2013.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
When did Goebbels pass away?
Goebbels' wife,
Yeah,
I think around then.
Jesus.
So it's like her stories from when she's recounting them from when she was 103.
Christ.
Yeah.
yeah,
Gonna be wild. But yeah, it's good to see Maggie Smith in anything.
of course.
Just like
Yeah.
just classy, man.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And her voice is so iconic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
McGonagall.
Put your hand on my waist. On your what? Poor Ron. Was that Otis Steele?
I think it's fucked because Rupert Grint was outside of that movie still getting like, shit to steal.
Peter Dinklage is going to lead the new Toxic Avenger remake.
Mm.
Okay.
Directed by Macon Blair. Toxic Avenger details someone that is steeled on, like constantly. People just shit on him, and then he falls into a vat of toxic waste and emerges as the deformed Toxic Avenger.
Toxie.
And like, there's stakes there as well. He's got to save his son, and his all sorts of shit goes down.
Yeah.
Is Dinklage, like it said here that Dinklage is going to lead it? Is he going to be the Toxic Avenger?
I don't think so.
It'd be kind of problematic if he falls into a vat of toxic waste only to become
Regular size.
average height. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be kind of problematic. I don't know why he'd sign on for something like that, though.
I know.
Unless he could play the character as himself.
Yeah, unless there's some commentary around the differences in people and sort of if they look different, something.
Yeah.
Because I'm not sure he'd fuck around in a role that would put shade on the short-statured community.
Yeah. But it's weird this because the Toxie was kind of in the first one. This is almost like a reimagining of this story because he didn't have a son. He didn't have any of that. He was like some high school teen that just got picked on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of pervert too.
Was he?
Yeah.
Doesn't he get with Heather Locklear?
No, that's Swamp Thing. Like
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Mm.
Put the roots into it.
bullet train just keeps on chugging, man.
I know.
I think I can. So I don't know if we said this a couple of weeks ago, and we just wanted it and willed it into existence.
Yeah, we spoke it into existence.
But Hiroyuki Sanada will be joining
My
David Leitch's
guy.
Bullet Train.
Fucking earth.
Again, no character details released.
No,
Nothing.
we don't even know. Like this, it sounds like this whole train is just assassins
Yeah.
getting to the one guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck.
I was low key hoping this would be like action packed Clue on a train.
Mm.
Like motherfuckers is just dying. You don't know who's killing who.
What, you're like, the movie starts when the train pulls up and everyone's just fucking dead.
Yeah.
And then the people that are alive, they kind of get the accounts from them.
Yeah.
Like that.
Something like that. And then it just starts from the beginning of everyone on that train.
That'd kind of be different.
Yeah.
I never seen that before. Might be onto something there, BD.
That's what's his face.
Cut the fucking train.
Inside Man's.
True.
Yeah.
That was a heist movie.
Yeah.
It's an action movie.
Yeah.
I still want to see a shot of them panning on the outside of the train. You just see some dude going through a carriage, just fucking dudes up.
If
Like
that's
that.
Hiroyuki with the sword or something like that.
Yeah. Ooh, I'm in.
Be next level.
Yeah.
Cool if Hiroyuki's the guy that they need to save or the guy that they need to take out.
Yeah.
But he's also dangerous as well himself.
Yeah.
Doesn't need the bodyguards.
Yeah.
That'd be fine. Badly.
What if Hiroyuki turns out to be the main character in this movie? Like they give him his flowers and he's just the main character.
I'd love that, man.
man.
Yeah.
If that was the case and like Pitt was the side piece, like,
Mhm.
you know,
The side pit.
yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking mad.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because like this guy can act as well.
Yeah.
He's not
Yeah, he
just like, you know, an action hero
He
and
can
stuff like that.
Act and do your fight choreography and do the choreography himself and
Yeah.
everything.
When you think
Mans
about
can
it,
do.
Sonata is the Shogashugi of this generation.
Yeah.
Mm.
And he's like not that much younger than
He's
Shogashugi.
actually trained, whereas I don't think Sho was.
Oh,
Are you
shit.
sure Show was
Not with the swords.
Ah,
and
okay.
whatnot,
All right.
Yeah.
But he was like judo and shit
Yeah.
like that? Yeah? Okay.
Still believe.
Yeah, very.
Yeah.
very.
Sonata's the dude you don't fuck with. Like, I feel like he'd Connery your ass.
Do you know what? You know what's going to be really believable though?
What's
What?
up?
Is the stunts and whatnot that we'll see the actors do in Top Gun Maverick.
I see it there.
You see that? So we had Miles Teller was talking about the training that they had to do. So they did full on fighter pilot training,
Shit.
Unbelievable.
full training. So they actually it's a full training to the point where they can actually jump into a jet and fly the fucking jet.
This is nuts.
It's unbelievable. That's unbelievable to me. That's next level, man.
Yeah, that's
And
wild.
do loops. This
Yeah.
is weird because like no civilian is allowed to fly those aircraft.
No. Which is why you'd need to be trained first to go in.
So
Yeah.
they had to do the entry test too.
Yeah.
They couldn't just rock up and then like, yeah, I'll do the physical training and do the G-force testing and all that shit.
No.
They had to be dropped into water in like a mock helicopter.
Yeah.
And then have to unbuckle and with their partner as well, who also had to unbuckle and then kick the hatch open.
Kick the hatch open and then swim up to the surface.
Yeah.
They also had to do one where their parachute was deployed in the water
Yeah.
and actually get up out under the parachute. It's fucking wild, man. You see them do it in because you see all the entry exams in an officer and a gentleman.
Mm.
So you see them set up in this big pool, right? And it's like the helicopter, it's like a plane cockpit.
Yeah.
And they smash them into that water and then the cockpit turns upside down.
Fuck.
Right? So
Jesus.
you're upside down. You have to take off that harness upside down,
Yeah.
which is crazy enough. And then come out of the window and then swim up. Wild, man.
That's nuts.
Wild. You've got a parachute above you the whole time. So you can't see what's up and down.
Man, I would panic.
Just the bubbles.
Big time.
That's what they're testing you for, though.
Yeah.
So they're testing you to see if you panic. So there's divers on either side of you. So if you stay down for like 2 minutes, they swim in and they get you. You need to be in and out of that water in like 30 seconds or something.
Shit.
No panic, nothing. Just in, out, do your thing. Yep, out onto the find some way where you can post up.
That's
wild,
crazy.
man.
That's crazy.
That's like that test you were talking about where they teach you about staying calm underwater, where you're fully strapped with like your baggage and all that, and then you have to jump up, take a breath, and then go back down. So you have to stay there for a collective of like X amount of minutes or something.
Yeah. See, that's like Navy SEAL training.
Yeah.
Where they tie your hands and your feet together, and you can like kick as much as you want, but you're not gonna like, what's his face? What's that? Tread water. So you have to let yourself sink, go to the bottom of the pool, push yourself up, exhale, get a breath, and then go back down and do that for like 2 to 3 minutes or something like that. It's nuts. They say like people like pass out and drown because of this shit.
Yeah.
Wild. But man, I'm excited for Maverick.
Oh, man.
If that's the sort of, because like they're mounting cameras and all sorts of shit on that cockpit, like those mini stealth cameras that they were talking about, so they can get every angle. And because it's them flying it, the visuals are going to be unbelievable.
How did they insure these people? Did they insure these people?
I don't know.
We've got that movie coming out, right? With with De Niro and all those guys where they insure that one actor, and if someone dies on the set, they get $10 million.
Yeah.
So it's like $150 million if someone died on set. It's just wild, man.
I wonder if Paramount had to do that.
Yeah.
Like bank like $200 million.
$1 billion for everybody that's up in the air.
Because like Teller was saying that he would fly and there'd be someone on each wing and someone like below him, and then they'd do loops and stuff like that.
It's wild.
It's crazy. But then he said like he's seen the finished movie as well. And he said his wife was like, I think this may be the best movie I've ever seen. I don't know if I can give too much credit to Teller's wife.
Yeah.
She might be biased.
Yeah. Just a little.
He said it was unbelievable though. Like the shots from a technical standpoint, said it was just crazy.
And Teller looks like he's in damn good shape in this.
Yeah. That old shirt that's supposed to movie.
But you got to do the volleyball scene. You got to do the volleyball scene. You see it in there, in the trailer.
Are they playing volleyball?
Yeah. You see it in the trailer. You see them like walking. He's got glasses on. I think he does have jeans on.
Someone going to do the pose that they go.
All that was ad-libs.
I know. And they were really just fucking around.
Yeah. But Val and Tom was playing real volleyball.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And then Goose and I don't know what the other guy's name was. Just fucking around the whole time. But those two didn't get on at all.
Nah.
Oh, really?
Nah, not at all.
That last scene where Kilmer's like, you can be my wingman anytime. And then like Kilmer just basically like smiles and he like just walks off camera.
Yeah.
But because he was like, fuck, I didn't want him to have the last word. Why is he like winning? You know what I mean?
It's bad, man, because Val was like the biggest star.
Yeah.
Right. But then Tom was like a bigger star than Val. But then like they were set up at 2 separate like hotel rooms, like different hotels, right? So all of the boys would get together and they just have massive fucking parties. And then out of nowhere, you just see Val Kilmer come over and what's his face and be with all the boys and drinking and just stealing girls and everything. Like that's what they did. That's what they did for the whole thing. They nearly got into a massive accident on the road. They had like weed and booze and everything in the back. They get pulled over. The only reason why they didn't go to jail was because someone recognized it was Val Kilmer, like because he was driving. It was wild, man. They were driving from party to party. It was fucking wild.
That's crazy. It's gonna be a shame not to get him in here, Val Kilmer.
We don't know.
Like in a main role.
We don't know.
Like if his health had held up and he was sort of in the role
To fly? I don't think so, but I think that he could probably be the Tom Skerritt.
Yeah.
Because he that'd be good for him to talk down to what's his face.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he would have taken care of his career more than Maverick would have.
Yeah.
Right? And then, yeah.
But don't you think that's the wild thing? That Cruise is still doing the same shit that these like up and coming like 25, 30-year-olds is doing.
Yeah.
And he's 60.
And he's 60. Yeah.
Fucking hell. I can only hope.
know.
I'm like that. Running off rooftops at 60.
HGH, my friend. That's what you need.
What if the reason we haven't seen Kilmer is because Kilmer just got jacked again?
No, I've seen him recently.
Oh, really?
Doesn't look good.
Damn it.
Kilmer looks a lot like Joel Schumacher right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sort of
Shame.
like look. Frail. Yeah. Real sad shit.
Yeah.
Julius Avery and James Wan will develop a new Van Helsing.
Which we talked about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. There was no other details given. Universal's behind them, but Universal was also behind the last Van Helsing movie that Stephen Sommers did.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the new take is, but yeah.
Well, I think it's safe to assume if they got Wan there, they'll probably try and take it a darker, more horror-based story.
Fuck, I hope so.
Same. Because that's the thing with Van Helsing. The monsters weren't scary.
Yeah.
No, they were cartoons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were very cartoony. It was more 1920s sort of horror.
Yeah. But I'm hoping what that means is that there's less studio control if they don't try and pitch this to be the next big thing. If they're just like, I just want this to be like a mid-budget movie.
Yeah.
And this is how we're going to do it. And they're just like, we're once again asking for your financial support.
It's me again. So do you think this is part of The Invisible Man and all that?
Ooh.
Can we make a part of that?
I don't know way.
Van Helsing is, I mean, you can still set it in that old time, but he's got the blood of of Dracula in him or something. They could do that and just elongate his life. And
that long?
Yeah. The what's his face? The blood of Dracula would just rejuvenate you for a human. Yeah. You kind of live forever then. They kind of did that in Dracula 2000 though, so I don't know if they'll do that. But that'd be the way that they can actually get him into modern times. Yeah, unless they do this in modern times, just like The Invisible Man and all that sort of stuff, and we get a modern take on this sort of stuff. So maybe it's a virus and not so much like, you know, an actual vampire or Dracula or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I wish they just did this movie and didn't worry about connecting it or anything like that.
Yeah.
Like if it naturally just connected, cool.
Yeah.
Like, you know, let's try to put all those elements together. But you know, when they tried that shit with the Mummy and it just didn't pan out. And then they're like, you know, if they try it again, they even tried it with the first fucking Van Helsing.
I think they just need to, what's his face as well. I think it just needs to be, I think they should just get Jackman back and he can play a really old Van Helsing.
That'd kind of be cool.
Yeah. That
like the Silver Fox Van Helsing.
Yeah. In modern times.
Still jacked though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy stays in good shape,
Yeah,
man.
he does.
Man's
is still big. Pause.
Jackman could be Waylander.
He could. Fuck, that'll be really good.
It would be really cool.
David Gemmell, that's the next shit that you want. Fuck George R. Martin. You had enough. You're tired. You washed, George.
You're finished.
Fuck you, asshole.
It's time to move on to David Gemmell.
He's already passed away, so someone needs to snatch up those rights, man.
Yeah, because I still need to see my Dross movie.
Oh, man, if they did Dross.
Yeah, but I want to do Dross as like a full-on 3D animated movie.
Ooh.
That would take 2 years to do.
Like Beowulf?
Yeah, but more like, you know.
R-rated.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But like in that sort of.
Yeah.
if you
Motion
do
captured.
Yeah, if you do
Maybe
that, you could get Circus. Yeah.
Circus would be mad. I'd also like Butler. Jerry Butler as Dross.
As Dross.
Yeah.
I'd have him keep his
Scottish accent?
Scottish accent,
Yeah. Because he does call everyone Laddiebuck.
Laddiebuck. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be in for that.
Yeah, I'd do that.
What do you call it?
It's all laid out for you, goddamn.
I know. Like, I've always had the trailer in my head. The end of the trailer after they show the title, The Chronicles of Druss, is just him, when that fireball hits and he hits it with the sword and you see Snaga come out of it and
See
blocks
the
that
dragon.
fucking fire.
Blocks it with the axe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
It's
making this
imprinted
fucking
in my
movie.
mind.
I heard everything you say.
Fuck. I was just like, giving original ideas away.
No.
You heard it here first, goddamn.
Netflix needs to cut the fucking check, man. They
Badly.
do this really well, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Netflix would kill this.
Yeah.
Like, even if it was a limited series, like live action,
Yeah.
they would nail this.
Yeah.
Like the Witcher styles.
Mhm. You could get Henry Cavill to play Druss if you wanted. He's fucking big enough.
Maybe young Druss in Chronicles.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then get Arnie for old Druss.
Fuck, Arnie.
That means Cavill would then have to do an impersonation of Arnie like all the time. It's fucked, man. Why did your voice change? I spent time
in Germania.
Druss went to fucking Austria after he threw away the axe.
So Margot Robbie is replacing Emma Stone in Damien Chazelle's Babylon.
Yeah, which is his first R-rated movie.
Yeah.
Fucking wild.
A period drama set in Hollywood. So this would also reteam Margot Robbie with Brad Pitt, who's going to be the main character in the movie. Because Emma Stone couldn't make it because of scheduling
conflicts, yeah.
Which is a shame because that's like one of Chazelle's muses.
His go-to.
Yeah. I haven't heard anything about Ryan Gosling showing up in this one yet, though. But he probably will.
Yeah.
But yeah, it sounded very much like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah.
And like, I'm excited, but at the same time, I know there's going to be more of a dramatic piece.
Yeah.
But anything that Chazelle does, man, I really, really like. Even though I haven't watched La La Land.
It's supposed to be good.
Yeah, I've heard real good things. Real good things.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Steve Harvey fucked that up for everybody.
We also have Jason Statham, and he's up for the Eastern Promises follow-up. Stathamazing himself.
The movie that we thought was out like 4 years ago.
I know.
Yeah.
I'd heard so many times
Jesus.
that Cronenberg was gearing up for it. He was gearing up for it. That I thought it was
heard
done.
This movie was out. I swear to God, I downloaded Eastern Promises too back in the day.
Fucking false Eastern
But
Promises.
it's just, it wasn't ever there.
Oh,
I always saw a movie that I never saw
it was the Mandela effect.
badly.
This was like the biggest Mandela effect.
It
I think.
was.
Sure, it wasn't that fucking In the Name of the King movie that Statham did.
No.
Fucking young. Nah, like I thought it was going to be Vigo.
Yeah.
Like I always heard it was Vigo. He was signed on and it was happening.
Mm-hmm.
I even like remembered news that he was in Russia, ready to film.
Yeah.
Ready to go.
Shout out to Viggo Mortensen, man.
Yeah.
Like it's just, I'm not excited for this. I like that the original writer's coming back. I like that. So Michael Knight,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stephen Knight.
Stephen Knight is coming back. I like that. I don't like that Statham's coming back and playing a totally different character. Like I would have liked to seen the progression of Vigo's character.
Yeah.
I mean, man's just he's undercover and he just spoilers. He's an undercover cop and he's just infiltrated the fucking Russian mob in fucking Russia.
Yeah.
Mans was cutting fingers off and removing teeth and all that, all the shit that he had to go through to get in there, to be a trusted person.
Yeah.
Only for that storyline just to be thrown the fuck away. Like, that's where I wanted to see where he went from there. It's just wild.
At the end of the movie, he's there with Naomi Watts and the baby, isn't he?
Yes.
So like now the retaliation from the Russian mob would follow him wherever he went.
Yes.
That would have been an exciting story. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Stephen Knight, like, is talented.
Yeah.
The guy, like, made a movie set just in, like, one car, and apparently it's fucking mad.
What's it called? Lock.
Lock.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's supposed to be good. But yeah, I just don't think Statham's right for it, though. Well, I don't know what type of movie they're trying to make.
it could be, like, a gangster movie, sort of like Snatch.
Yeah, but was Statham going to be English? You can barely do a fucking American accent.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Megalodon.
So Gal Gadot will lead Heart of Stone,
Yeah.
which is touted as like the spy sort of thriller and potential franchise starter.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
It should be good. I wish it was R-rated. Probably won't be.
Nah,
if they're trying to set up a franchise, it
Yeah.
won't be.
no. But if they want to go like more 007 sort of
Yeah.
James Bond style, they'll push it as far as they can go.
Yeah.
Apparently, like this deal would make Gal Gadot one of the highest paid actresses in like film biz.
Wow.
So like good for her. Like you know what I mean. But right now,
Get your paper, man.
like sort of thinking about it, I got no skin in the game. I'm
Nah.
not liking it. Like not that I'm not liking it, but there's nothing there for me to kind of enjoy.
You know, if they said it's going to be R-rated, I'd be excited.
True.
If they straight up came out and said, we're doing a spy thriller with Gal Gadot and it's going to be R-rated. Like, I don't need to see Gal Gadot like get naked or anything. I want the violence.
Same.
I want spy fucking violence.
Same. And you know what else would like just be the cherry on top? 8711.
Yeah.
All right. You going to say something there, Bado?
No, I was just thinking about 8711 doing a Bond movie.
Oh, man.
They never do it.
All the violence would be off camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like they'd use like the moves to sort of move the camera off, like off screen, and then like you'd shoot him in the head. And then,
Yeah. That's if they even went for that. That sort of stuff. I don't think
True.
they'd do that for Bond.
No.
I don't think he'd do much like, you know,
Hand-to-hand
sort
or
of stuff.
gun-fu.
Yeah.
The most hand-to-hand I've ever seen Bond use, like in succession, was fucking Skyfall when he's fighting Rapace's brother.
Rapace's brother.
Yeah, true.
That's the only time you see them. And I don't think that it's him that actually kicks as well, which is funny.
Yeah.
Like every time you see Bond kick, it's always funny.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to me.
Nah, me
It's always
neither.
that funny, like a lunge kick as well.
Yeah. It's the big like front kicks, like the big push kick.
The how you going?
Fucking haymakers with your feet, champ. So it looks like we're going to have or at least a potentially fourth Godfather film on the cards.
Yeah. They're leaving it open now. Paramount said, we've got nothing like, planned for now, but we're leaving it open.
Yeah.
Why you would want to do that when you just released like, the epilogue for the Godfather trilogy, which I haven't watched. So the big news of the week
Big final piece of film news.
is Oscar Isaac got the role of Solid Snake in Jordan Voight Roberts' new movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
Something's shaking in this bitch.
that's an earthquake! God damn it!
But yeah, he got the role.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't like Oscar Isaac as Snake personally.
I don't mind it. I don't mind Oscar Isaac as Snake.
Looking at I find him too short and squat to be Snake.
Yeah. But I mean, Snake's not supposed to be extremely tall.
He is pretty tall though. Like he's not overly tall.
Not overly tall.
but he is tall.
He's average height. But I think that's just the way they've been shooting Oscar Isaac. I mean, he's taller than John Boyega. He's taller than how much shorter is he than Affleck in what's his face?
How tall is Affleck?
Affleck is Triz's height.
6'4", 193 centimeters.
Yeah.
Then he's 20 centimeters shorter.
So he's 6'1" then. So he's about Snake's height. I think it's the way they're shooting Oscar Isaac. That makes him.
So Oscar Isaac is 170 centimeters tall.
Yeah. So he's over 6 foot, which is what Snake is. It's literally the way they're shooting him.
See, for me, like looking at some of the other actors, and when I looked up Oscar Isaac, how tall he was, because that was the problem that I was having. Adam Driver is like 1.83 meters tall. I was like, actually, Adam Driver would be a fucking mad Snake. He's even got the hair.
And he'd know about all the military stuff as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he would have been a shoo-in for Snake.
Yeah.
Yeah. 5'9". Oscar Isaac's 5'9".
Yeah. He's nearly 6 foot. With the boots on, he'd be 6 foot.
I don't want them to change the suit.
Me neither.
Say,
His sneaking suit needs to be his sneaking suit.
It's practical.
He's John. It's funny, but John Voight is wearing the sneaking suit in Mission Impossible.
I was just thinking John Voight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's literally got the what's this the accordions sort of things on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't mind this, man. I just like you brought up the fact that what's his face is on it, Avi Arad. And that sort of just ruined it for me.
Yeah, Avi and Ari.
Yeah, they don't have the very best track record.
No, I don't think they've got the right sense of each project.
I don't think they have the right sense of the content and what it's actually about, and they don't know about that. They wouldn't have played games.
No.
Mans is like 87, 90 years old. They didn't play these games.
No, not at all.
Like
and
that's
don't
what
trust the director either.
That's the other thing.
That's what shits me. Like Spider-Man 3, Sam Raimi Spider-Man 3.
Yep.
Like Raimi grew up loving the material and they still shoehorn Venom in there. They made him put Venom in there.
Yep. And it wasn't producers like they say.
No.
It was Avi.
Yeah.
Avi wanted to sell some Venom fucking toys.
Big time.
That's the biggest problem for me.
And Raimi even said to them, like, I will do Spider-Man 4 focused on Venom.
Yeah.
And they weren't happy with it.
You know how mad that would have been?
Yeah.
To have an actual Eddie Brock that's,
Fleshed out
and all that sort of stuff. No.
Yeah. I still wouldn't have minded Topher Grace, to be honest, if they did Spider-Man 4.
If he was given the right content and screen time and character development, yeah. 100%.
He was just there to be stolen on. Yeah. Literally the whole movie. Like Peter steals his woman and steals his job and like everything.
Yeah.
Whereas, Eddie Brock is like, he's already an established reporter.
Yeah.
And photographer and all that sort of stuff. And it's just he's just a bit mean-spirited.
And then he gets his comeuppance, but then it's that descent into hate.
Yeah. For Spider-Man. And he's supposed to be fucking jacked.
Yeah.
Like Eddie is physically bigger than Peter.
Yeah.
Physically.
You know who's the physical embodiment of Eddie Brock from the cartoons? Is that fucking Dolph Lundgren looking motherfucker from Never Back Down 2. Because he's jacked and blonde like that and just tall.
I was thinking the other O from Creed 2.
Drago's son?
Florin.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
He's a tank.
He's huge.
You know who they would cast if they were trying to typecast like that, though? Jai Courtney.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. But Lundgren back in the day might have been good.
Just
Especially
not say a word.
If he had like a meathead accent though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, my choice, if I was casting Metal Gear Solid, Adam Driver would be my Snake. Pause. Who would you choose though?
Me?
Yeah.
what's his face? Cavill.
You go Cavill?
Yeah.
Cavill's a good choice as well.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's a really good question. Will Smith.
You blew the sneaking operation, Snake.
And he doesn't swear either. It's the Fresh Prince playing Will Smith playing Solid Snake.
Jeez.
I'd choose Cavill because Cavill is a gamer and he's played the games.
Yeah.
So I trust him to deal with the material correctly.
See, I would get both of them because Cavill could play Liquid.
Oh, I reckon he could probably still play Liquid.
If
He's English. They need an Englishman.
if we're talking about like that, like thinking about it now, just get Chris and Liam, Hemsworth brothers.
I would honestly, like, if this was maybe 2000, 2002, it would be Bale.
Yeah,
100% Bale.
Fucking.
That's who
100%
it'd be for me, because then Bale could just dye his hair blonde, and which is weird. I don't think he's done 2 characters yet in a movie. It'd be interesting for him.
Yeah.
Because then he would have gone full method for one side
man.
and then just full method for the other side. And he'd probably his head would explode.
Yeah, I reckon.
Likely.
Just go crazy running down the street.
Yeah. Like Van Damme.
Yeah.
Just off the yayo vent.
But fucking thingy, someone needs to take a picture of Bale from T-Cell and then just superimpose a bandana on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even with like a bit longer hair, because Bale's had like his hair begins when he's in prison
When he's in prison, yeah.
is like snakes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then in the later sequels, if they make this into a franchise, get the Tom Cruise Ocelot because he gets Liquid's arm anyway.
Fuck yeah. Tom Cruise Ocelot to be fire.
Fuck yeah. Silver Fox.
Yeah.
You're pretty good.
Yeah. I can see Cruise doing those lines. You're pretty.
the finger guns.
Yeah. The finger guns again. And that's it for film news this week.
So we're moving on to movie trailers.
Yeah, so we got a trailer for Red Dot. It's opening on Netflix in Feb next year.
Right.
Did you guys watch the trailer? It's I think it's Swedish, and it's these guys, these 3 guys, or 1 guy and 2 girls. I don't know what happens.
2 girls and 1 cup.
And then they go hiking through like the snow plains.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah. And then it's like they hear like a howl and it sounds like man-made and they think it's someone else, but then he's like, nah, it's not me. And they go check outside and then all of a sudden this red dot appears.
Yeah.
And then like it's like someone hunting them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shit
It's
looks
pretty cool.
wild, man.
Yeah.
And they don't show you if it's a monster. They don't show you if it's like, you know, like a man or something like that. It's just, it's happening.
I like that.
And it looks intense. Like, because they're tracking through, they're falling through the fucking ice into the ice cold water and shit like that. Yeah. Looks
Died
nuts.
3
Through the
minutes. tundra. You died 3 minutes if you go for that water.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Got a new trailer for Sylvie's Love, which is Tessa Thompson. And it's set up at Amazon Prime. And it's like a love story where she sort of hooks up with this guy and then he leaves for another country because he's like up and coming jazz musician. Her career takes off and then they sort of re-meet later in life when they're both at the height of their careers, and then try to get something going again. Looks all right.
Yeah.
It's got like this mad sort of neo soul track playing that in the trailer. Looks all right.
Tessa probably did that.
She looks good. So does the guy as well. It looks like classic romance tale.
The Mauritanian we also had.
Whoa. This looks fucking nuts. This
This is the Oscar. This is the Oscar right there.
That's what I thought while watching this. Everyone looks on point.
Yeah, man.
That Tahir Rahim,
Amazing.
he looks fucking great.
Amazing.
Fuck, he looks good. Jodie Foster looks good. Shailene Woodley, Benedict doing like a southern sort of accent.
I like that accent, man.
Same. You got
It wasn't like Elmer Fudd.
yeah.
It's weird. It's hard to get it not to Elmer Fudd level.
Yeah. And then you had Zachary Levi
Yeah.
as well.
Which is weird. And I didn't
He
expect
looks
it.
a bit solid in there.
He might have shot this movie after bloody what's his face?
Shazam the second.
Shazam.
Yeah, true.
Because I saw him recently at that DC thing, and he wasn't jacked at all. Really skinny,
Yeah.
or at least really lean, not skinny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn, man.
This looks good. So the Mauritanian is someone that was picked up because they thought he was connected with the 9/11 terrorist attacks that kind of went on
Mhm.
in New York. So they've held him at Guantanamo Bay for years
Yeah.
without a conviction
Yeah.
and with no trial.
And used enhanced interrogation skills on him.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
And you see it in the movie, loud music. I don't know if it's sleep deprivation that they're doing.
Yeah.
They're wearing masks, so it's like fear-based tactics too. It looks fucking crazy.
Yeah.
This looks wild.
This could be, yeah. This looks like it's going to be the movie.
It's going to sound real fucked up to say, but do you reckon the scenes that will transpire in here will like overtake your memories of Zero Dark 30?
I don't know. Like with Zero Dark 30, I didn't really see the torture as much.
You saw like
Seen the effects of it.
and the emotion behind that as
Yeah.
well.
Like when they give him that drink and then like that becomes like his most prized possession. Yeah. That's scary. And the cage.
Yeah.
The boxes they put them in.
Yeah.
For me, it's always what's his face? Guillermo in Benicio, sorry, in Sicario.
When
He's standing on that dude.
He just walks in with the water bottle
yeah.
and just doesn't do anything with the water bottle, but just the way that he puts that water bottle in there to tell him we're gonna fucking waterboard you.
Yeah.
But then to just intimidate him and just stand all up in front of him and just talk to him that way, that's it. That it was broken already, man.
yeah.
Fucking hell.
I love how they do the homage to that in Sicario 2 when they have no rules as well.
Mm.
There's no engagement rules.
Yeah.
Oh, we use that for when we don't want to interrogate people.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy.
That whole don't want to interrogate, that's that whole what's his face, man? The vice president, Chinese, all that bullshit.
Really?
That's
Jesus.
his enhanced interrogation methods is all that sort of shit. So the sleep deprivation, the waterboarding, the all that shit, putting them in boxes. Yeah, all that shit is enhanced interrogation techniques.
That's wild.
So just using wording can change what you can do and what you actually call basically torture. It's just called something different.
Oh,
Fucking wild, son.
so this is the surprise mechanics.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
exactly.
crazy. The trailer ended with a full voiceover of the title,
Yeah.
The Mauritanian.
Yeah, because I was like the Mauritian. No, that's not right. What is it? The name of this movie? I don't even know how to say it. It's too many fucking syllables. Motherfucker, man.
But I'm excited for that.
Oh yeah.
And then the last trailer that we got for the week was Eric Bana's The Dry.
Yeah, the full trailer.
Full trailer this time. This looks intense.
Yeah.
Fire this movie, man.
Yeah.
Fire.
So he he's a Australian Federal Police
He's a AFP.
officer
Yeah.
that goes to his hometown of Kairiri
Yeah.
or Kaiwiri.
Mm.
But yeah, he goes to investigate this murder.
Yeah.
Of it's like a homicide suicide.
Mm-hmm.
And then something that happened in his past. I didn't see this in the first trailer. Something that happened in his past, like the death of a 17-year-old girl,
Yep.
sort of pops up. And then as he's uncovering the truth for the homicide, he's also uncovering or remembering what happened back then.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the whole town is like ready to explode with shit. This looks quality, man.
It looks like it's bringing that Australian cinema back.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what it feels like. And Banner is the person to bring it back.
Yeah. Banner looks fucking unbelievable.
Man, Banner's always on point, man.
I can't believe Banner's like
Always.
50.
Man's like drives his car and works out and all that sort of stuff. That's all he does.
He looks so good.
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah, I'm excited for this. I want to watch it, man.
Badly.
Like I'm liking like the vibe of the procedural,
Mm-hmm.
and like if it's like Australian based, like I want to see more of that because
Yeah.
we don't see enough of that.
Yeah, we don't do enough of that here.
And we got like water rats and all sorts of shit like that.
Yeah.
But it's like this is like a AFP investigation. Know what I mean?
So
they got surveillance.
Yeah.
They got all that shit.
For everybody around the world, AFP for us is like your FBI in the US.
Yeah, or Interpol.
Or Interpol or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. These are our head guys. It takes like years to actually get in there.
Yeah. And that's it for movie trailers.
Mm.
This is a real short week for movie
Yeah.
trailers as well. But better than last week's Tom and Jerry fuck up. That was horrible, that trailer.
Yeah. Thomas and Gerald.
But moving into entertainment news. So we lost two key people that were so important, I think, in the history of filmmaking.
Yeah.
Iconic people
Mhm.
as well that played roles that you didn't really realize were such a big impact
Yep.
on everything. The genre films that they were starring in. So you got Hugh Keays-Byrne, who played Toe Cutter in the first Mad Max. He's the main villain,
Yeah.
evil motherfucker. And he also played Immortan Joe
Yeah.
in Fury Road. So that like these iconic roles were so important in
Yeah.
like the films that we watch. And
Mhm.
he passed away last week. We didn't get any details of what like he passed away from, but yeah.
I was always kind of hoping that Immortan would come back for the Furiosa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we also lost David Prowse,
Yeah.
who was Darth Vader.
Yeah.
For the original trilogy.
Physically Darth Vader.
So he actually did a voiceover for Vader.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
because of his southern American accent, like his southern accent, they felt that he wasn't the right fit for Vader.
Yeah.
And that's when
Yeah.
they got James Earl Jones.
Mhm.
But the physical
Physical
acting, his movements,
Yeah.
the fights,
Mhm.
the iconic fight in Empire, everything was all David Prowse.
Yeah. It was I always think about that story of Prowse saying in Empire that his line that he says is what's his face that Prowse actually said on the set was, "No, I killed Obi-Wan." But then when they dubbed it, only Hamill knew. Right? Only Hamill knew.
Yeah.
When they dubbed it, and he says, "No, I am your father." That's the first time. So when he saw it in the movies, it was the first time with like everybody else. Like they didn't know. Yeah. So only Hamill knew, and everyone else on the set didn't know either. And that's why Hamill just lets out the no.
Shit.
Yeah.
Wow. And that's
Yeah.
why like Luke doesn't tell anyone else, any of the other characters until
later
Jedi.
on. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That's how you hide the reveal.
So that's how it's nice, those little things that Lucas would put in,
Yeah.
right?
When you
Can you imagine being on that set and hearing him say, "I killed Obi-Wan"? It's like, oh shit, he killed
Yeah.
his master. He's like a Ronin now,
yeah.
essentially. But what's his face? And then coming in and then watching the movie and no, I am your father. That wasn't in the movie.
But even the cast and crew would be like, what the fuck
Yeah.
did I just hear?
I know. Hit him with the big RDJs.
Oh, no.
What the fuck did I just hear?
And you look at it and you say, hey, girl, me and you's going together.
But rest in peace, both David Prowse, Hugh Keays-Byrne, and condolences to your family, friends, and fans. Like you'll be sorely missed.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm. On the final piece of news, so in an article, Obama actually gave the six god himself his blessing.
66666.
Should have had that as a soundbite. That would have been so fucking good. But if Drake ever wanted to play Barry-O in a future movie, Obama said he'd give him the green light to do so. I actually don't mind that, to be honest. Like, Drake still got them John Howard eyebrows, so it'll kind of work out. The crow's purchase.
Drake would have to lose a lot of weight to play Barry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would. But he could do it. Can you imagine if Drake just comes out, gets the Oscar?
He's got a Grammy. He might as well.
Imagine Drake was just collecting all the awards like Infinity Stones.
Well, he'd have to beat John Legend, who's a EGOT.
He's an EGOT. Yeah. He got the stones now already. He got the juice now.
Yeah, I don't know. Cool, I guess.
Yeah.
There's been so many sort of movies based on Barack Obama.
Yeah.
There's Barry. There's a whole bunch of other ones.
But
You know what I mean?
there's never, ever been one that actually goes through his whole life, or at least his life so far.
Yeah.
Because Barry ends with him becoming a senator. Whereas this would go through his time in the White House and everything and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
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 There was also a lot of turmoil between him and Michelle. Like, that was never a perfect household because he was jumping through accolades so quickly before he became president too. So he became local representative for his community, and then he became like a federal representative, and then a state governor, and then like moving up from there. And this would be like every 2 years he'd move up.
Oh, shit. And more responsibility, which means he was away from home more.
Yeah. And Michelle told him, because Michelle knew that the chase for presidency for Obama, because he was just always looking for the next thing. And she asked him, like, you know, when are you going to stop? And I guess he finally stopped now. But when he finally got president, then they had to make it up again.
Yeah.
And work from there, and how he's going to work as a father as well as, like, you know, the father of all of the US.
Be interesting.
It would be interesting.
I think this is better casting for a political member than Jürgen Prochnow playing Arnie.
I know.
Oh, yeah. They cut his suit so big.
Why would they do that?
But
That's so bad.
I just think, didn't Billy Sadler play Arnie in a fucking movie as well?
I don't know. Did he?
I think so.
In the movie about Arnie's, like, you know, run as governor, it was Jürgen. Or Jürgen. It was wild.
That fucking accent, man. You can't imitate that.
Jürgen is Austrian, though, isn't he?
Oh, really?
I thought he was German.
Or is he German? Either way, Arnie's accent is not just Austrian anymore.
No.
Like the way that he says certain words is very American now.
Yeah.
But just with that Austrian sort of flair.
If you got him in like Hercules in New York,
Yeah.
very Austrian.
Yeah.
But by the time he hits T2,
Yeah.
like it's just this amalgamation of like, you know, all the accents.
And the way that he says things and all that sort of stuff is like us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True. All right. That's it.
All right, fellas.
That's all the news for the week. What you watch there?
What do we all watch?
So we all watched Mando.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
This is so good.
Fucking fire.
So the return of Boba Fett, it hits.
My guy.
Tamara Morrison completely embodies the character.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Carries a big fucking stick as well. Didn't have the disintegration rifle,
No.
but he had like this sort of sniper doohickey, some sort of other rifle.
Fucking gauntlet gun and everything.
Yeah, and the knee.
The knee. Jeez.
Blasters and the jetpack rocket thing.
Yeah.
Um,
That was a good shot. I was meant to hit the other one.
Yeah. I
and
was
he,
aiming for the other one.
and he came with the what's his face? The line from episode 2. I'm just a simple man making my way through the galaxy. But he said another line from the original trilogy. I completely forget what it is.
Yeah.
What shit me in this episode was Mando keep trying to get into that fucking force field all the time. I was like, third time, man. Just leave or like defend the position.
Yeah.
Go help them.
I'm not going to lie. That whole time he was trying to get through that force field, I was waiting for a point where we were going to find out he was force sensitive.
Ah.
That's what I was waiting for.
That would have been next level.
Yeah.
So Grogu was there to call out to a Jedi to come meet him to then train him.
Mm-hmm.
Grogu's now, he was picked up by, what were they called? Black Troopers?
Dark Troopers.
Dark
Troopers. They've taken him now with the Empire, basically. You haven't seen Thrawn?
Nope.
A Jedi could be on its way and maybe linked to Grogu.
Yeah.
And Boba, Mando, and Fennec have all teamed up and they will now follow the Empire.
Mm-hmm. And that Jedi that's going to come is Obi-Wan.
Can't be
more than likely.
Obi-Wan's dead.
Oh, fuck, he is too.
Might be Luke.
Ooh, if it ends with Luke, that'll be next level. Can you imagine if it's Luke, like short hair Luke?
Fuck, can you imagine if like he takes Grogu as one of the kids in that temple before Ben takes that shit down?
Ben! I'm kind of hoping it's actually Ben.
Ooh. Kylo.
Yeah.
Would Kylo be born? Because this is right after Return of the Jedi.
Is it right after? Or is it a couple
It's
of years?
in the middle there. But it's far away enough for it to be like, you know what I mean? Like the Empire's forgotten sort of thing, and now it's the First Order. So they've already made the transition over.
But it also looks like now Grogu has accepted that he is force sensitive. He can use his powers because he was starting to force choke out all those fuckers in that ship as well.
Yeah. And like, you know, still got tired.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to go like full dark side and kill them though. I thought that's what Giancarlo was waiting for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been pretty cool.
To see if he could change him.
I've always been waiting for the, First Class when Magneto crushes that dude's helmet.
Yeah.
Always wanted that with a stormtrooper.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. It's crazy how much their armor breaks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we haven't seen that much so far, but like they were smashing like porcelain, like plastic.
Yeah.
This might be the most violent thing they have on Disney Plus right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
You saw it with in that other episode where that chick from the guild fights all those stormtroopers and she's smashing their masks and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the stunt woman that did that, she was talking about doing that scene, and they had to do it all one shot. That scene.
Shit.
Yeah. So they were like telling her, you need to hit me harder. Like the other stunt guys were like, you need to hit me harder. Like just hit me. We're padded up. Just hit me as hard as you can to do it. Just because that's why those masks were breaking like that.
Shit.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how tired she would have been?
She was
after
done.
that.
They had to. I think she said they did it 12 or 13 times.
Yeah, fucking
she had to run through that 12 or 13 times. Yeah.
That's not with the mask on.
Everything in full gear. Yeah. And she's
Crazy.
wearing like the jacket and everything, and it's the fur.
Yeah.
And she said it's just fucking warm in there.
You're just being like opening your shirt up and then just sweat.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
But that's mad, man. Yeah. It's up there. It's one of those episodes. It's up there.
Yeah. I still think the last episode was better with Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
It's my
Same.
favorite one so far.
What'd you watch there? Bado.
I watched a lot of movies, man.
I noticed.
Yeah. I did Southpaw, Red Dragon, The Town, all 3 Lord of the Rings movies.
Standards.
Yeah, of course. It's the only way I watch their movies now.
That's 10 hours of film right there.
Yeah. But then I also watched the first 2 Hobbit films as well.
Going up to like
Extended.
16.
Yeah. Machete Kills, From Paris with Love, and The Green Hornet.
How does the Green Hornet play now?
It's all right.
Did you know how we watched it ages ago and we were like,
Yeah.
dog shit?
Yeah. It's all right. It's not the best movie. They could have done better.
Is it weird seeing a skinny Seth Rogen?
He's not really that skinny.
No, he's not. But it wasn't Seth Rogen that put me off in that movie. It was the tone.
Yeah. They couldn't nail it down, that tone.
I just found it was more wacky in Batman and like the 1960s Batman than anything.
It's almost like they just took that snippet from Dragon, the Bruce Lee story, and made it into a fucking movie.
Yeah, with the sound effects.
But Kato was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was that guy?
John Cho.
John Cho, yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah.
What'd you watch there, Bado?
I watched a few as well, more so series, but so I watched The Villainess. This was on Hulu. Don't watch this fucking movie.
Jesus.
What is it? What is it? Is it like a kung fu movie or?
It's weird. It's just a Korean action flick.
Okay.
But it has tones of Hardcore Henry where they have first person segments.
Okay.
And it's meant to be like action like John Wick, stuff like that.
Yep.
But it's just very gritty and almost too quick for the camera. And there's a lot of shaky cam shit in there.
Yep.
But the whole premise of the story is that this lady's lover gets killed and she's a trained assassin and she gets detained and then they kill her off almost Tenet styles and then she starts a new life and then she turns into like a hitman for the government.
Okay.
Yeah. But there was no real genre to this movie because like it starts off as this fucking violent action movie and then it turns into a drama, into a romance, into a drama, into an action, and then it's done.
Okay.
It was fucking trippy. But I just didn't like some of the camera shots, shit like that. I wasn't really feeling it.
So was it right at the start where you just like sort of went, nah, I don't think I'm going to enjoy this movie?
Like, yeah, I slogged through it. But it was more so when it got to like the drama romance. I was like, I don't know if I want to sit through this because it just throws off the tone. But what threw me off was that with the first person shots, you could see the camera was here.
Okay.
And so all movements just looked really out of place, like she was fighting like this.
That's bad.
And then I watched Atlanta season 1, still funny as fuck. I watched the first episode of C. That was fucking mad.
Very good.
Deadpool 2, had to because I watched Deadpool 1. I finally watched the Fresh Prince reunion.
Tears flow.
Fucking oath, man. Fuck, it was bad. Oz was like laying in their bed. It was like 2 a.m. as well. So you know when Oz is tired and emotional.
I was at a good sleep that night, eh?
Oh man. Fucking hell, I woke up the next day $1 million. Fucking Devil May Cry anime, still not feeling it. And then Venom as well.
Oh.
I also watched Venom.
It was funny as well. We watched it on the same night.
Yeah.
Threw me off.
Sick.
But yeah, no, Venom. I actually enjoyed Venom.
Okay. Maybe it's one of those movies I got to go back and watch it. It's always that first like 20 minutes that I sort of slog through and I never get past it.
Yeah.
For me, the pacing sped up and then it was just Venom for the rest of that movie.
All right. I'm going to check it out. So I watched the Christmas Chronicles Part 2 with Brody. It was good. Kurt Russell's the standout. You can see like he put the work in for that role. Goldie Hawn's also good. Tyrese was a bit awkward in there, I found. Yeah. I don't know, just the way he was kind of playing things. He's playing like this father role and it just felt a little awkward. I don't know. Usually, like Tyrese is good, like comical, like timing and everything like that. But yeah, I wasn't feeling it this time. I watched Assassin's Creed, so seeing what Justin Kurzel can do.
Yep.
And I liked it. This is weird because I actually really enjoyed the movie.
I haven't watched it in years, man.
But the only thing for me, it felt like the first 5 minutes before you get into the actual story.
Yeah.
Like it was just, elongated.
So you'd say that's the Desmond bit, and then
Yeah. But they just focused too much on the Desmond bit. And the real sort of heart of the story was getting to know those characters back in Spain in the 18 whatevers. I watched the Hellboy remake.
what'd you think?
I enjoyed it.
Wow.
I know. I don't know if I was just on a shit movie tear.
Maybe.
But yeah, my standards were just set real low, but I really enjoyed it.
Wow.
I would like to see a sequel. I felt David Harbour was just more of Ron Perlman, the same. And the thing that they amped up was the violence and the swearing.
Yeah.
And that was it. You know what I mean? Like there wasn't anything that was truly different outside of the tone. And their use of music, and the person that I felt was out of place was that chick.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think they needed her,
No.
but
I think the play between Daniel Day and what's his face would have been
that would have been
better.
adequate.
Yeah.
Enough to carry that fucking movie. They didn't need the chick in there, but then, like, I liked the effect when she channeled someone back from the dead, like this spirit. Have you seen it?
Yeah, definitely. I watched it.
And then, comes out of mouth.
On some pause. What always fucks me up every time I think of that Hellboy remake, I think of when Harbour did the SNL spoof for fucking Joker as Grinch, and he does the fucking. Is it just me?
And then I didn't get through 3 movies on the top 100 list, but I got through one. So I watched On the Waterfront with Marlon Brando. This was good. This was a real sort of subdued performance from Brando. But when he gets like into his boxing fame, and his boxing career, he just like he it really looks like he was a boxer.
I love Brando.
But yeah, it's that line in the movie. I could have been a contender. I could have been someone. I could have had class. And he kills it. Brando was real pretty back in the day.
He was.
But yeah, I thought this was going to be like full Italian mob.
Yeah.
But it wasn't really.
You are missing things from your list, my guy.
No, I'm not.
You watched Mosul?
Oh, yeah.
You watched The Green Mile?
No, I didn't watch The Green Mile.
Didn't you?
Nah. Mosul, we didn't even talk about that shit.
Shit, I didn't finish that off.
Did you finish it off?
No.
Mosul was good.
I gotta
Mosul
check that out.
was really, really, really fucking good.
Yeah?
You got to watch that shit.
Oh, I gotta check it out, man.
This is just action-packed, but extremely grounded and like just fucking unrelenting. Fuck. It doesn't have like big chase sequences and stuff like that, but it's got like heavy hitting sort of, I wouldn't even call it action.
Yeah.
Like it's not stylistic or anything. It's gritty as fuck.
Fuck. That's mad.
But there's that main chief guy that we seen. He's the fucking man. That Jassim.
He's a master.
And that was the movies that I watched. Follow us on social media or check us at on YouTube at Logo Smith Media. You want to show off your little proven drip there?
See me just like flip it up. Yeah. Let's just move this camera out the way. Get sexy with it.
Yeah, nice. Check it out. Proven drip, proven investments. It's got all the shits there.
Yeah, P is spelled PRV3N.com.
Nice.
It's
Shout out to Spreaker.
Yeah. And check us out. Check us out. Anything else that you want to say there, fellas?
I was just going to say a quick thing about Proven. Always good to check the meaning. It's a very big push on mental illness.
Okay.
the artist or the illustrator himself does suffer from mental illness, and he wanted this to be a brand where you could push it to actually support other people as well.
Okay.
So shout out to Dave, shout out to Proven.
Nice. Big shout out to Proven. He designed the Smoke and Mirrors logo, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What are you going to say there, fella?
Oh, wash your ass.